Hey, Uncle Mark in the mothership, 3-string cigar box guitar, yeah. This is Jackson, this is John R. Cash, this is with June Carter Cash as well. And this is in the key of C. And the key of C is the Live in Las Vegas 1979 version. The Ralph Emory show in 1967 is in C sharp. And the San Quentin version in 1969 is in D. We're going to play this song in C. It's very easy to do. The rhythm is a little complicated, and we're going to work on that. And that's mainly what we're going to focus on. But I'm going to run through one verse of this so that you know where it's at. We're in C. In case you guys want to play along, we're in F, and we're on G. So... we got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. I'm going to Jackson. I'm gonna mess around. He's going to Jackson. Look at Jackson Town. Right, that is the whole song. So what do we got going on? G, D, G, 42, 34, 24. Those are my gauges. They're all wound. These are electric guitar strings. I'm playing through a Roland Mini Cube, and I'll show you those settings at the end of the video, just on clean. But like I said, this lesson is more about rhythm than it is about chord shapes. But where are these chord shapes? G open. G sharp, A, B flat, B, C. C is the key of this song, and C is right there at that second dot, or the 5th fret. And this is, you can pinch chord it like so, or you can hang on to it and pivot over like that, like I do. Depends on how you want to do it. That's your style. C sharp, D. And these three keys, C, C sharp, and D, are different keys this song is played in, depending on who you want to play along with. So in the key of C, this is the Live in Las Vegas version. So in the key of C, you have C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F. That's at that 10th fret, F sharp, and G, and that's a 12. So C, F, and G. C at the 5th fret, F at the 10th fret, and G at the 12th fret. And I kind of remember it like I got that dot right there, and then I'm above this dot here, and then I'm at the 2 dots. And that's how I look at it this way. So lots of you guys play with your guitar looking at the frets like so. I would suggest starting to look at these dots. It's a really good way of seeing your fretboard. You only really have 3 strings to think about, so you can navigate using these dots. So I would start doing that, or your moons. And a lot of guys look at the moons. So this song is, I'm going to do it really slow, and we're just going to do a boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, chicka boom. We got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. I'm going F to Jackson. I'm gonna mess a C around. F, I'm going to Jackson. G, look out Jackson Town. In its essence, that's the whole song in its entirety. But this song is really a fast driver. About that speed. We got married in a fever. So what am I doing there? I am hitting the bass, going down and up. Bass, down and up. And I tend to think of it as I throw that bass note out and then go down and up. So I would start doing that. Bass, down, up. Bass, down, up, bass, down, up, bass, down, up, bass, down, up. And eventually you get to the point where you are really driving the song. And it's a really fine little rhythm lick. So if you want to start out really slow, you can hit that bass, that low G, which is actually a C because I'm on the 5th fret, that low G string. We got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since that fire went out. I'm going to F, back to C. I'm going to F, going to G, C. And at some point, you're going to get this down so well that you're going to start sounding like a train. And that's the rhythm of this, is think of a train going down the tracks, and that's the rhythm you're looking for in this song. It's really, really a wonderful tune to play. But like I said, there are, many rhythm pitfalls in it. It's really hard to play at the speeds that they're playing this song on the album or the live versions. So we've been learning this in C. So that's in the live in Las Vegas version. If you want to play along to the Ralph Emory show, you'd be in C sharp. And what C sharp does is it takes that C, moves it up a half a fret. Of course, that means the F has to move a half a fret. And that means the G has to move a half a fret. So C sharp, F sharp, G sharp. So, we got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We got talking about Jackson ever since that fire went out. Going to F sharp, F sharp to C sharp, F sharp, G sharp, C sharp. Now, if you want to play it the San Quentin version, it goes to D. And so this is where it can really get interesting, because D is here on the 7th fret, G, and A. But you can play those G's and A's somewhere else because we have them down here. G is open and A is here, and D. We got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since that fire went out. I'm going to open G, then back to D, going down to open G, A, D. And that may be the easiest for some of you, so I'm going to do that slow. We got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since that fire went out. Open G now, open G, going back to D, going down to open G, A, 2nd fret, D. So if you like that version, then you can play around with that. This has been Mark and the Mothership. So, Uncle Mark, So thank you so much for everything you do. I do have a PayPal link here down below. It's paypal.me/Uncle Mark Tips. Thank you so much for everything you do for me. $1 a show is all we ask. And I did say that I would show you my settings. And so that's pretty easy to see. So these are my settings on my little cube. And as you can see, I'm on that Brit combo. My gain is about nothing. And my tone is dimed, and I have a little bit of reverb. Getting this clean tone, I actually like turning the volume of my guitar down. So it's, I would say, halfway, and my tone is dimed. So that gives you an idea of where I'm at. Thank you so much for everything you do for me, and we'll see you again soon.